Hello everybody, I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night, and let's get started. So before we jump into the charts, I just want to tell you guys that I am hyped right now. I'm quite excited about what's coming, but it is not how most people would behave right now. So I do believe that in the coming days, you guys know there is a FOMC on 6 and 7 May. And I believe right at and after we go down big time. Probably there is a hidden event connected to it. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what probably where we are heading to. And this is very important. And so why am I hyped about things going down? Do you guys remember the last train? I recorded a video about this, not only one, but two or three and four. And we were right about the out season. And the out season already began. Okay, so this is a fact, this is not opinion. For example, XRP at 50 cents, last train. And we were talking about that we would never be able to buy XRP at 50 cents ever again. And now XRP is at 227. So XDC, for example, I bought at 2 cents and 6 microcents, and right now is almost 80 cents. So the out season already began. The question is, how lower we can go in this next move before the big one, new all-time highs in a crazy way, which I expect to happen in June, July, August, September, half October. We start to catch up for a crazy run, or probably the very end by November, December. Yeah, and so this is aligned with all the things we've been talking about for a long time, especially the video about the sun in the market cycles back in 2020, as you guys remember. And yeah, another reason why I'm excited is because although these things are happening, right? So yeah, I'm quite excited. So I strongly believe, forgive me. There is a big chance for us to keep going up to maybe 5, 6 May, and then right after we go down. Okay, there is a big chance. And if I'm right about this, let me show you guys. So let's start with Bitcoin. Yeah, let's start with Bitcoin. There is no problem at all. Yes. So I want to show you guys something here. So not sure if you guys remember, but even before Bitcoin went for new highs, I told you guys that 95 and 200, 100 if I'm not wrong, was the key level for Bitcoin. And the key level it is. And we already know the next one which will be. Okay, so here it is. So this is volume of, what is the name? Visible range volume profile. Okay, so it's very fascinating that it is highlighting exactly to the number, the range that I told you guys about. So let me see here. Yes. No, it is not these two. Yeah. Oh, anyway. So we are very close to probably what is going to be the grand finale here. And this is truly fascinating, folks. I'm without words here. So let me just show to you a different take here. Bitcoin going up just a little bit more or not, it is looking fantastic already. Okay, but have this in mind, by the time the markets start to go down, we are going to see people going crazy again, saying this is it, it's over, bear market, multi-year, zigzag, trying to sell opium and all sorts of crazy stuff, as we are already familiar with. So May 6, 7. So this is the red. June. That's most likely the green. 2. Late July. So this is my thoughts for now, okay? So what we could expect. So here on Bitcoin, which is in broad, we are talking about the whole crypto market because the crypto market is going to follow Dow Jones, the US economy, okay? So we already addressed and knowledge what is happening in that side, okay? So now taking a look on Bitcoin, XRP, XLM, XDC, etc., just to see if we can get closer to straight numbers or a straight level, you see? So just trying to get more deeper into this, okay? So I just recorded a video for the Champions Club, and we talked about some important things, and let's see if I can do the same here with you guys. So the only difference, it's there. We use the tools that we have, the tools that I created, that I developed, and here, as you guys know, I don't use it, but I talk about the very same things with you guys, okay? So we have two sets of pivots above 95,000. They are here. Two sets of pivots. And down and below 95K, we have what can be. No, it is already. It is already, but this one is still unfolding. So yeah, so here we have another set of pivots. Okay, so what does it mean? What does it mean? It means that into this whole range, now let's go for the whole range. The whole range. The level that holds more value for Bitcoin, it is exactly $95,000, which is also above the average cost for the mining process on new Bitcoins, the mining. And whatever, if we just go up just a little bit and then goes down again, this is done. Okay, this means that right after this, we are going up. Okay, another thing, this is very important. Do you guys remember the ETFs, ETPs that came for Bitcoin? You guys remember, right? Just give me a second. Okay. Smart money. It is not, so there are people from the institutional side, but there are trades, professional analysts, professional investors that knows the opportunity when they see one. Okay. And then we have institutional investors, and this is what are the doors? ETFs, ETPs, and etc. Okay. So now just remember this. Back in 2019, the first, probably was the first important product for Bitcoin was launched by Beckett. Don't know if you guys remember it back in the day. Was pretty wild. And a lot of people were saying this is it, Bitcoin is going to the moon. And Bitcoin didn't went to the moon. In reality, everything crashed. Everything. So we could read this as a sell-off, which was a sell-off, right? We went down hard, then we went up, then we had the C19, and then to the moon. But it was a bear trap for sure. I have no doubt, because everyone who sold and didn't bought back then saw new highs. Okay, now let me show you here. It is Let me see if I can get this right. So the year is 2019 0905. Let's go. Exactly. Take a look at this, folks. Ho, ho, ho. This is one of the great things when you trade consistently. You are going to remember all the dates because you were there, doing your thing. So this is when the Beckett released their BTC product. If I'm not wrong, it was around September, if I'm not wrong. And we knew we had a bearish setup right here. And this was a very, very profitable trade. Very. Okay. Very. As you guys can see, the only time Bitcoin was able to beat it, this pivot right here, was just before the new highs. Okay. So we can interpret this as a bear trap. We can. Yes, we can. Of course we can. Because we knew this was bullish development. Also one of the reasons, right? So what I'm trying to show you guys is ETFs, ETPs, market go down before going up. Because institutional investors are going to buy a lot, but they are going to buy a lot of papers, contracts that are worth crypto coins, right? And the ones that are providing it, if I'm not wrong, it has to be one-to-one the contracts with physical coins. And if so, if all those guys had to purchase at, let's say, OTC price, they would have to pay more than the actual price back in the day, which would prop the price up. So when we go down, then they have the opportunity without changing the market. You see? So this is something very, very important for us to remember right now. And I'm not sure if you guys remember, but I said not long ago in a video that I said, I don't believe a XRP ETF late 2025 it is going to be bullish for XRP. And I was absolutely right. The reason it is about to be released right now. So we have that time to go down a little bit, to accommodate, to prepare for institutional investors before going up. You see, before the end of 2025. So by that time, they will be out already and probably looking to short XRP because that's what the smart money is going to do when we are close to the very end. Okay, so Bitcoin is looking good, and on not only talking about what we have right now, but exactly what we are about to see in the coming days. I do believe this is that things are really looking good. Probably the last opportunity to buy things at a cheaper price. Of course, Bitcoin is not cheap, but if you are trading, it is just like anything else. Okay. Now let's take a look into XLM because XLM is giving us a great clue on how things may develop. I think it is this one. No, it is not this one. Why it is not? Why is this one? Yes. Okay, right now, folks, we've been talking about XLM in previous videos. And I'm also excited about XLM because exactly what we have here. I mean, what we have here, it's exactly what we have had on XRP at 50 cents before the big one. It's exactly the same thing, okay? This is, folks, it's beyond bullish. It is just beyond. We have so many bullish evidence that I'm going to tell you guys something that I just talked about this in the Champions Club, that I'm selling my truck and all the money I'm going to use to buy more crypto. And this is for you guys to see how much bullish I am. Okay, so you guys know I don't do this for entertainment. I don't record these videos for views and more followers. That's not what I'm looking for. My purpose here is that to leave everything documented that I'm doing, and the analysis, the calls, for this maybe can help people in the future and people may learn something from this. But that's my goal here. Okay, so I eat what I put on the table. Okay, so there is no imaginary things here. There is uh, I mean, I've been doing this for a living since 2016. Okay, so, and this was one of the few times I was really, really excited. Okay, so let's jump into the evidence once again. You guys, I do know that this may help some of you. You guys know the drill. This is not financial advice. I'm just sharing my thoughts, what I'm going to do exactly. You guys remember this from previous XRP videos before the bull break. You guys remember, okay? Now, we are going to use a dashed line for this pivot right here. And why? Because it is young, because there is still a lot of things to happen in May, okay? And so what we are going to do, we are going to draw bars into June and July. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah. No, yeah. Forgive me, folks. I'm truly, truly excited. And now one red for what? Oh, forgive me. This is the monthly chart, what I'm doing. No, it is so close. Yeah, it is. It is very, very close. It is not going to work on the monthly, so let's do this one step at a time. Otherwise, maybe create some confusion for some people. So step by step. Right after we break, then we jump into the next ones. Okay. So a macro, insane, crazy, big bullish setup. Everything's looking fantastic. Okay. Now let's jump into the weekly. Okay, now that you guys know the big one, I'm going to clean the chart and we are going to take a look into the weekly. We want to see closer. Let's take a look on the VR. I believe it is going to be close to 30. Let's see if I'm right. Why are not working, sir? Oh no. No volume data. No. Ah, this is bad, folks. This is truly, truly bad. Let's take a look into this one. I just want to see the VR. Yeah, 13, 11, but it would be perfect 13 if we had the candles here. I am 100% sure. 100. Just let me see if I can find something more reliable here. Bitstamp. No, Bitstamp is not going to work. Poloniex doesn't have volume at all. It is so bad. Bitfinex, yes. No, yes. No, we don't have candles. Coinbase, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. So here it's a 9, the main one. The top one, it's 11. Here, as you guys can see, there's a little difference from one to the other, but that's it. Now, what we want to see is, let's get closer. We already talked about the bullish development or retracement. So, macro bullishness, perfect, perfection, bullish and perfect correction. Uh, it is not fair to say a retracement because this wasn't a isolated event. Okay, so XLM is just following also the crypto market and stocks. So it is just like a mirror. So it is not something truly organic. Okay, it's a catch up, just a price being adjusted. What else we have? Really, really great here. We had a bull flag. Okay, I don't think this is over, just like we just talked about. Let's take a closer look here. Yes. Is this going to catch me by surprise? Maybe. May 7. So my expectation right now is that, once again, that we can go up again to the event itself, or just by the day. Okay, just like we saw many, many times before, and then we go down. The question is, how much down we can go? That's an important question. Right now, there is no way to answer it. Okay, but there is a big chance that this flag is over already. And here we are starting to see bullish development again. So if we go down just from here, is this the big one? I don't think so. Also, there is little room here, but it is possible. And could even be a new low. But again, why I don't think it makes sense? This guy right here, it's the second strong lower high. Actually, it's strong lower high here. It's marginal, but it's still strong lower high. So the only ones we had before was these two right here. But it was too soon, too close, flat, not looking good. But these ones right here, they are not flat. We have the previous low, low, and now we may end up with a higher low. So now the question is, are we going down straight from here? People will panic, or we go up to create more room, like 34. It's a key level for XLM, 34 cents, to then go down and then end up with low, lower low, higher low. You see? So bullishness is definitely here. It is. It is 100%, even if we go down again, which I don't think. I don't think right now. Okay, there is no way to know. It's way too soon. We can forget that the FOMC is on 6 and 7. Okay, but folks, we are getting very, very close. Very. On XDC side, just a second. Okay, XDC side, yes. So we have the same questions as we have for XLM. In the bigger picture, XLM is looking, XDC, forgive me, incredibly gorgeous. Okay, and it is not this one. Is this one? The scammy candle. I don't like to use this one. Bitfinex is such a scammy exchange. I don't remember which one I'm using. Just a second, folks. Hold on. It's on Bitrue, but it is USDT. Yes, yes. Okay, so now take a look. It is not the same scenario. We had a change on the pattern, the whole structure itself, but it is looking fantastic. So, like I said, it is not the same. This is almost a flat level, which means there is no symmetry for a possible triangle here. It's off, completely off. I mean, it is no match for a symmetrical structure, which means we can read it just like this. You see, it doesn't make sense, and we have a whole set of pivots in the blue. So what we can do here is we can acknowledge this whole range here being as one, and this one makes sense. Double set of pivots, a break, lower high, sideways development, maintaining strongly the previous low. It feels like yesterday I bought exactly at 2 cents and 6 microcents. Great profits. I didn't sell the top, I didn't, but yes, fantastic profits. Nice move. Yeah, so the question is, are we going to hold into this level, or there is room for another downside here? I don't know. Let's take a look into Fibonacci to see what we can learn here. Yes, there is definitely room for a downside move if I am wrong. If there is no room for a strong lower high against this guy here, then we are definitely, I mean, there's a big probability that we can go down before going up for the big one. There is a question that I didn't raise it in the Champions Club video about, so I didn't talk about this scenario. I'm just thinking about it right now. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out as you guys are as well. Things are not clear right now, but maybe this here can be or could be the midway, and then we stop exactly here. And this is it. But it would have to be faster because June is right here. So if we went up for a better lower high, would give us much more a better room before the big one. It would be better, right? Then going down before the big one. One way or the other, that's the final destination. So right now it's XRP, the precious, the standard. Okay, folks. So let's get closer. at this moment, I believe it is probably 101% fair to say that we really didn't had a head and shoulders on XRP. It was a trap, a bear trap, 100% bear trap. And remember, a bear trap, let me show you just a second. Okay, so let's do this here. What the average chart guy saw and did? They saw this. And they call the head and shoulders right here, right? This is the first racket trip. Then the second. And this is the third. I told you guys, this is not the behavior of a head and shoulders. And right about this we are. Also, I believe they got wrecked again because on their readings, this is what they do. They are going to draw the neckline and they will say, well, we're going to break, make a retest, and then goes down again. Multiple bear traps. 1, 2, because it went up above the neck. That's not how a head and shoulders plays out and behave. And also the most important thing, a head and shoulders, it's a top reversal structure, and we don't have a top reversal structure on XRP right now. It is a trap, making people sell their coins before the big guys, the institutional money jumps in. That's the bear trap. That's probably the best definition in real time that we can see and learn about a true bear trap. And we still have people bearish on XRP. It is just crazy. Okay, so in the other side we have David Schwartz making mentions about don't panic. Don't. We know the time frame for the trial is 60 days after April 5, which is June, exactly June 5. Okay, this is the deadline for both sides, if I'm not wrong, and also accounting the judge decision to, I mean, the work time and so on and on. And then we have the SEC, XRP approval delayed to 17 or 16. So let's go for 16. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. Now, I saw that some people already started to draw some lines like this. Whatever the way they are doing this. This is what some of them are doing. And I'm not saying they're wrong. It is what it is, right? What happens when we measure pivots here? Is this a bull flag? Is this a falling wedge? Is this another trap? Because this can be read or code as something flat, just like we talked about before. They are too close. This is no good. This one could be strong lower high. So if this scenario about go up before going down, then could be something. Yeah, I mean, things could be easier to read. Okay, but it seems it is not the case. One way or the other, things are looking really, really great. Really. Okay, so the direction for the long term, it's crystal clear. The bullish continuation direction, crystal clear. But in the short term, it is still not clear because we have this stealth event that we don't know exactly what is going to happen in the next week. So it's in the short term, it's a really tough call. Just a second, folks. So in the short term, it's a really tough call, but just like before, when we were in the 50 cents range, we knew the direction. And this time we also know the direction. Once again, this is the reason that I am excited, because this is going to create buying opportunity one more time. And it is most likely being the last one, the last, and then it's over. Okay. People who will want to jump in will have to pay premium prices and have danger to being caught in the middle of corrections. Yeah. So I don't think I'm missing anything here, but let me show you guys. Let me see if this is going to work. It's 5. Some of you guys are probably not going to understand what I'm doing here. Others are going to. Yes, 5 and 1. Why 5 and 1? Well, it's part of my tool, my setup. So I'm not only measuring the candles. Okay, so that's the magic that we did back in the day when I created my tool. So yeah, we are truly one step ahead. So what we can see here, it's very, very similar with what we have with Bitcoin. Okay, if we use the rectangle, the square tool, what we can see? We can see some pivots and some action above 6180. Okay, nothing special. And when we take a look down here, we can see some action around the 38-20%. In which range we have more action? On $2.70 above and around the $2.70. And here we have very little action. This means that this is a very, very strong level. I mean, it is not strong by itself. It's because when XRP gets close to it, it becomes way too cheap compared to what it's coming in the near future. Okay, so the smart money people knows it better. Okay, so why would I sell my XRP at 1.90, 1.80, 1.70 when I do know the destination? So, and this is kind of that take us to a very crazy thing. So we have Mr. Buffoon, who is always wrong about everything he does. And so he said he would sell 20% of his XRP holdings at $180. Imagine. And what is worse, the guy have a $58 target and sold at 20% at 180. It is just insane. So it was right here. 188, where he sold. Right here. Sold, and right after saw XRP going up. Well, one way or the other, it is not a place to sell, folks. It should be a place to be buying based on coming events. This is mind-blowing stuff. It's really mind-blowing. Well, one way or the other, things are looking really, really good. I mean, it's great, it's fantastic, but it's not ready yet. Not yet, but we are almost there. And we have the very bad off midway right here, right now on XRP, and not only on XRP. But once again, it's not over, but we are getting very, very, very close. So let me take a look here on the... Let me see. Yes, that's correct. Very, very little action, volatility, and etc. Uh, as we get close to the breaking point. Okay, so there is no news, there is nothing special here. It is just more, let's say, drama for the public, for the average Joe. That's all this is about. So all these popular guys selling opium, uh, that kind of people are the only ones who will be concerned about daily behavior, you see, because we are in a different league, right? We are looking to months, not days. We want months, not hours, days, and weeks. Okay, so yeah, let's see how things are going to develop in the coming days till May 7th. Because this most likely is going to be a red event. Most likely. And then we go down and then we will be ready for the big party. Yes. So folks, outside of this, all these things that we just talked about, there is nothing new. The dollar will be going down, gold will be going up. The Dixie, it is going to reach 89 points soon, probably in the short term. Please forgive me, folks. I only slept a few hours this night, but yeah. So in broad, in the markets, things are looking extremely great. Things are looking good. And it is just a matter of time before the magic happens. Okay? So I believe this is it for now, folks. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your support. Thanks for the kind messages. You guys are fantastic. And I couldn't be happier to have all of you with me for all this time. We are not a lot of people, but we are, right? We are here. We are doing our stuff. And yeah, yeah. I'm very, very thankful to have all of you close. Yeah, you guys are amazing. And don't forget to smash the like button, share with your friends, subscribe, ring the bell, and all this stuff. And let's keep doing our thing. Right now, it is not a time for doubt. It is not a time to be afraid. We have a great opportunity ahead of us. Okay? So, guys, thanks again. I hope you guys have a great week, a great day, and stay safe. I will see you guys soon, and see ya.